We'll start off with a few breathing exercises so that if you join at any point during this or after it, you've got a bit of a setup before we get into the meditation. So, with meditation, what's the point of it? Well, at a really fundamental level, we're trying to differentiate between thinking and being. You may have the sense that you are simply a stream of thoughts, a stream of consciousness, one thought following the next, and your reality is really just whatever's going on inside your mind. But if you're able to step back from that process, thought, 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 you're able to notice that you're having thoughts. And that noticing isn't just another thought, it's a more primary mode of being. If you like, it's the operating system on which the thoughts are playing out like software. So we're trying to get a little bit closer to that operating system. And an easy way in is to use your breath. So humor me here, we're just going to do a little breathing exercise. If you start by simply noticing the temperature of your breath. And any changes. Where is it cooler? Where is it warmer? And where do you feel that in your body? To the tip of your nose, the middle or the top, or your sinuses? Is it the back of your throat? Or your chest? Now, the general idea is that when you are placing your focus solely on the sensation of the temperature of your breathing, you are just for a moment unable to think. You're in a mode of being, sensing, focusing, concentrating, receiving. And in doing so, you're interrupting the stream of incessant thoughts that otherwise be parading through your mind. We can further game the system by slowing down our breathing. So if you just allow it to slow, become increasingly deep, then what you might start to find is that the gaps between your thoughts are longer. Of course, your mind will have very different ideas about how it wants to be spending its time. And that means, for the most part, that you are with your breath, and then it's interrupted by a thought. You're in stillness, then you're in activity. And the practice of meditation is really not about stopping your thoughts. It's not about controlling your external environment, getting some kind of mastery over the reality that you're sensing. Rather, it's simply the drifting between stillness and activity, silence and noise, being and doing. By rehearsing this sensation of merely being, we are starting to lay a new track in the mind. See, left to its own devices, it will continually repeat its old patterns. You find yourself lost in thought, spend a good deal of your life predicting, catastrophizing about the future, what that might bring, rehearsing, regretting, brooding over the past. So, this is a way of just for a moment at a time, allowing yourself to be present without hope of reward or outcome, simply being, not trying to block out the sounds around you or any distractions, but rather welcoming them in. Bringing a state of curiosity, heightened consciousness, because it tends to be that when we engage with all the detail of our surrounding, the sights, sounds, smells, the sensations in our own bodies, and the thoughts as they come and go, we feel more alive. See, instead of being lost in our minds, we are entirely present in the moment. Of course, because that's not the default mode, we have difficulty staying there. So the first step is simply practicing the insight that from time to time, by placing your focus on a particular thing, maybe for your mind, that is your breath, or you're better served by following the sounds in the environment around you, or scanning through your physical sensations. But all of these forms of meditation share in common a point of focus, somewhere to keep on returning to, and somewhere that you can notice that you've drifted away from. So close your eyes for a moment. Let go of the need to control your breathing, but allow yourself to follow it as it causes your body to rise and fall, as the temperature of the air changes, perhaps as the cadence of your breathing changes. Noticing where it is that you feel it in your body. And bringing a great deal of kindness and compassion to the practice, so that you're not failing if your mind is going a million miles an hour and taking you on all kinds of adventures. You're simply being given more opportunities to come back to the present moment, to come back to your breath. To paraphrase Ursula Le Guin, true journey is return. If you make your breath or your body or your senses a home you can continue returning to, you'll always have something right there with you in every moment to remind you that there is another way to experience the world, one way you're not in constant motion, in constant thought, in constant activity, but rather the condition in which all of those activities take place. An awareness, a consciousness, a stillness from which all of the action arises, like waves on the surface of the ocean. So we're going to wrap up for today. I want you to notice the weight of your body as it comes into contact with the seat beneath you or the ground. Notice any sounds in your environment, your sense of touch, vision, taste and smell. Perhaps bring a little bit of movement back into your fingers, toes. And with me, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, this time releasing any residual tension in your body with a sigh. You can start to blink open your eyes if you haven't already. And from me and all of us at Levitate, I wish you a very beautiful day. Thank you.